All right, I think we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. We are back with another live stream play-by-play Orioles Twins tonight. Good to have everybody in here. Not sure how many people will get in tonight, but good to have everybody here that is in tonight. So thank you all for joining. We're going to talk a little bit about the O's before we get the game play started here. Of course, the Orioles are just mired in this slump. No matter what they seem to do, they just can't seem to get over the hump. Hopefully they'll be able to turn it around tonight against the Twins. Good to have everybody in here. Those that are coming in, appreciate all of you being here. But we're glad you guys are here. Welcome in, Jeannie. Good to see you, dear. Likes are up there. There's our like goal. Still looking to get to 1,150 subscribers. Again, we're a small channel. We get it. But we're glad you guys are here. Orioles lineup tonight. Let's go over what the Twins have on the mound for them. Or their lineup is Buxton's going to lead off, followed by Larnach, Jeffers, France, Correa, Lee, Lewis, Castro, and Clemens. What's up, Victor? Welcome in. Sony 4K Slicer. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have everybody in here. For the Orioles tonight, again, trying to turn their season around. It's just been a terrible start to the season for a team with so much talent, but we'll see if it turns around. Let's see. The Orioles are leading off center field, Cedric Mullins. Batting second, shortstop Gunnar Henderson. Batting third and catching is Adley Rutschman. Batting fourth and DH and Ryan O'Hearn. Fifth in first base is Ryan Mountcastle. Sixth at second base, Jackson Holliday. Seventh in left field, Ramon Laureano. Eighth in right field, Heston Kjerstad. And batting ninth at third base, Emmanuel Rivera. Of course, the big news for the Orioles of late is, just the mired in the season-long slump that they've had so far. They really haven't played well to this point at all. On either side of the ball, to be honest with you. Daniel Berry, Sports, welcome in. Everybody talks so much about the Orioles pitching, how bad the pitching's been. For me, the biggest letdown so far this year has been the offense. I think a lot of us have really come to the fact that we expected the pitching to be one of the weak points of this team, but I highly expected the offense to pick up the slack, so to speak, and they've just not done that at all. And it's been an issue. Of course, last night the Orioles lost 9-1. They 1 run, 3 hits, and 17 strikeouts last night. Just a terrible offensive game, followed, of course, by a terrible. Nope, let me get that out of there. I meant to get that out. Followed by a very terrible game for the Orioles when it comes to pitching. Pitching and offense were bad last night. But tonight's a new night. You hope they turn it around and can hopefully have a good night tonight. It's all going to start with the pitching. Charlie Morton, who's been absolutely atrocious for the Orioles. He's 0-6 on the season, coming in with a 9.76 ERA. But to be honest with you, the Orioles don't have much else when it comes to options. They have so many injuries. They have 14 injuries this season. Orioles have 14 players on the disabled list. That is the most in baseball. 14 players. And I think of those players, 6 or 7 of them are pitchers, starting pitchers. So it's been a struggle this year for the Orioles. Every aspect of the game they are lacking this year. They're lacking in pitching. They're lacking in defense. They're lacking in hitting. They're lacking in bullpen. They're lacking in runners in scoring position hitting. And they are lacking in health. And all of that is what brings you to having what ultimately is a down season. But we'll see what tonight brings. The Orioles, of course, in Minnesota for this series. They really need to find a way to win a series. They've won, I think, 2 series so far this year. They beat the Yankees 1 series, and then they beat another team. That's just how bad it's been. But, how do you do that? The way to get off the schneid bigger than anything else is you got to get a lead early. The Orioles have to find ways to get leads early. They're not a team that is good at coming back in ball games. They just don't seem to have that this year, so they really need to find a way to get an early lead. And I agree, Slyster. They need to play with a little bit more inspiration. Absolutely. G. Wilson, what up, G? Welcome in. So if you're coming in, hit that like button for me. Appreciate it very much. Again, our goal was 30. I think we can hit 30 tonight. We're already at 10, so we're already a third of the way there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. Orioles hopefully will be getting some players off the injured list soon. I know Tyler O'Neill is playing at AAA. Played yesterday. I think he went 1 for 3 with a walk. Zach Eflin is actually with the team and probably will start this weekend in the weekend series in Anaheim, so we'll get him back. I know that Andrew Kittredge is in AAA as well on a rehab assignment. Might not be too long before we get him. So there's some players coming back. Jordan Westberg's playing in AAA as well. So hopefully we'll get him back as well, and we'll start getting some players back, and hopefully that'll help the Orioles to play better baseball. But we're about ready for game time. Cedric Mullins is stepping into the box. The pitcher is ready for the Twins, and here we go with the first pitch. Here it is. And it's a swing and a pop-up on the first pitch down the third base line. Here comes the third baseman. Here comes the left fielder, and third baseman's got it. Just like that, 1 out. So 1 quick out for the Orioles, 1 pitch in, 1 out. Just like that. Don't like that. You guys know me if you watched games before. Cedric Mullins is the leadoff hitter. What is your job as a leadoff hitter? Take pitches. Run the count deep. Try to make the guy work and get on base. And what does he do? He swings at the first pitch. I just think for the Orioles, it's an entire culture with this team that has to change. Here's Gunnar. First pitch to him, inside corner. He takes it for a strike. 0-1. I do. I really think it's just a mindset. It's an entire culture that has to change for the O's. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. He went 0-2. Just quickly. Yeah, but Victor, the thing about that is your team's 10 games over 500. They have the best record in the AL, in the National League East. Teams are going to have ebbs and flows during the year, dude. It's not all going to be. You're not, even if you win 100, you've lost 62 times. It's not always going to be peaches and cream. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. So, the ebbs and flows are going to happen with the Mets. They're going to have games where they win 9 out of 10 or they lose 5 out of 10. Being 10 games over 500, I'll switch with you if you'd like. Gunner's set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Outside, just outside. Good take by Gunner there. Usually they might try to offer it that one, but he didn't. 2-2. Our next broadcast is next week against these Twins in Baltimore this time. 2-2 pitch coming. Gunner swings, pop up. Second baseman's coming in. Easy take for him, should be, and he's got it. 2 quick outs. I think part of the problem with the Orioles is everything's about getting the ball up in the air, trying to drive the ball, out of the ballpark instead of just being, have a good at bat, get a good swing on the ball, and get on base. So 2 quick outs. Here's Adley Rutschman. Rutschman's really been struggling. He has struggled since the All-Star break last year. Here's first pitch to him. Cold strike right there, 0-1. And I think that's part of the problem with the Orioles right there, what you just saw. There's a ball on the outside corner, low, and the Orioles won't swing at that pitch. Instead of just going on their way with it, punching it into left field, he takes it because he wants something on the inside half that he can try and drive. Take what they give you sometimes. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball low, 1-1. Orioles have to find a way. Again, they've been notorious to do this, unfortunately, ever since the last half of last year. They just don't get out the early leads. 1-1 pitch. Here's a curveball, ground ball, easy ground ball to the second baseman. Throw to first, and there's 3 quick outs for the O's. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We're heading to the bottom of the first inning. No score, and Charlie Morton is coming to the mound. I'll make sure we have this up when the next inning starts. Pop-ups and strikeouts seem like a trickle down with the O's, a contagious thing. Yeah, Slyster, it is. It's been a trickle down thing. I don't know what's going on. I think the most shocking thing for me when it comes to the O's, more than anything else, is just how bad they are. I mean, this is a team that last year won 90 games. 91 games last year they won. They were the 5th best offensive team in all of baseball last year. And it's as if they forgot how to hit. It's an absolute shock. Yes, Victor, I absolutely foresee changes coming, and they should if this continues. Hey, Ryan, welcome in. Guardians won today. Yeah, they did. I saw that. Cleveland's playing well. There's Melissa. Thanks, everybody. Please hit that like button. Glad you guys are all here. Baseball can be like that, but to be honest with you, Ryan, here's the thing. A small sample size is one thing, but the Orioles haven't been playing well since the All-Star break of last year. That's well over 100 games. It's no longer a small sample size. That's a trend now, and that's an issue for the O's. They've got to change that. They've got to find a way to change that. All right. So anyway, here we go. Getting ready to get back in for the Twinkies, for the Twins, Buxton, Larnach, and Jeffers. The Orioles just, they have to find a way to turn this around. Way too much talent on this team to be playing the way they're playing. Just way too much. You had 5 All-Stars last year, and they're playing atrociously. So, Adley Rutschman seems to hit weak ground balls every single time up now. Gunner's popping stuff up. Nobody's a threat. Whenever anybody comes to the plate for the O's, it's just not. You don't feel good that anybody's going to get a hit. So we'll see. All right, so Charlie Morton's on the mound. He is going to hopefully bring home my O's win tonight. Who knows? They need it, but we'll see if he does it. And Morton is set, and here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a strike, 0-1. Nice start. That's what you want to see. You want to see Morton throw strikes. That's the most important thing. But not in the middle of the plate. Up and down, in and out. We'll see if he can do that. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, strike, 0-2, just like that. And that's a good start. Now that pitch there, though, that curveball kind of, if Buxton's swinging, he might have a pitch to hit there. But he didn't. He took it. So 2 quick strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. We're going to do it again, 0-2. Velocity for Charlie Morton is not the issue. It's not the stuff. It's not the velocity. It's the command. It's the location of the pitches that's been his biggest problem. Hey, Janet. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Again, 95 for Charlie Morton. Morton's 41 years old and he's throwing 95 miles an hour. So it's not stuff. The velocity is there. It's a matter of commanding the pitches and knowing where to throw it in certain counts. And he did there. He elevated it, and Buxton could not get on top of it, and he's out. That's going to bring Larnach to the plate. Here's the first pitch to him. That ball is high and inside. Ball 1, 1-0. Chewer, hey, Laura, welcome in. Trevor Larnach on the season, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs, 230 hitter. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside, way inside, and past Adley Rutschman, so 2-0. 8 of you in here. Good to have everybody in. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Good to have you here. Always enjoy having lots of folks in here because then there's more people to talk to. So here we are, 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Good 4-seamer there. Just enough movement on it. Starts here in the middle of the plate. Runs to the outside corner. Looks like a strike out of the hand. Good pitch. So 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Here's a nice changeup taken for a strike. 2-2. I think he called it a ball. Oh my gosh. Wow. I guess he called it outside. So no, it's 3-1. That was inside the box. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 3-2. Wow, that was a terrible call by the ump. Can't miss those, man. It totally changes the at bat. Instead of 2-2, you're 3-1, and that's bad. 3-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. He got him. 4-seamer again. Starts in the middle of the plate. Tails to the outside, and he could not get a piece of it. And that's 2 quick outs, 2 quick strikeouts for Charlie Morton. We'll see if he can continue to do that. Good start for Morton. All right, that's going to bring Jeffers to the plate, catching today. Here's first pitch to him. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. It's one of those things with the Orioles. What they really need is they need for Charlie Morton to give them a long game here. 1-0 pitch coming outside, way outside, ball 2, 2-0. So he falls behind very quickly to Ryan Jeffers here. MLB needs to implement the ABS for next season. I don't think it's going to happen next year. I don't think it. I think what you might see next year, though, is you might see the challenge. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to third. Here comes Emmanuel Rivera. He's got it. Throw to first, and that's your inning. So 3 up, 3 down for the Twinkies as well. Twins are down. Orioles are down after 1. No score. Good to see. That's what you want if you're an Orioles fan. You want to see Charlie Morton with a quick inning, not throwing a lot of pitches and getting off the mound as quick as possible, and that's a good start for the O's. We need for Morton to get and stay salty. Something. We need Morton to do something, so a Slyster. He just needs to have a good outing. And we need to have a good outing. We need to have a good series. The Orioles have this game tonight. Try to find a way to get some runs early. You can get some runs early, get a lead, play with a lead for once, see what happens from there. The Orioles are playing from behind so much lately. It's just demoralizing when, all of a sudden after 3 innings you're down 4-0, 5-0, 5-1, 6-1. It's demoralizing. It's hard to stay up. Morton Salt, right? Well, the Orioles definitely need their players to be healthier, for sure. They've got 14 players on the injured list, the most in all of baseball. And, when you've got guys like Colton Cowser, Jordan Westberg, Zach Eflin, Grayson Rodriguez, Andrew Kittredge, Kyle Bradish, just to name a few that aren't in the lineup, Tyler O'Neill. When you have players, important players on the team that are on the disabled list, that's going to play a big part. And the Orioles need to get those guys back. All right, coming up for the O's, who do we got coming up? We've got O'Hearn, Mountcastle, and Jackson Holiday. Hey, what's up, Chris? Welcome in. Hey, guys, sorry I'm late. Was a busy... no problem, dude. All right, so here we go. Orioles coming to the plate. O'Hearn, Mountcastle, Jackson Holiday stepping to the plate. Looks like I'm a little bit ahead on the thing here. All right, first pitch to O'Hearn. Strike right there, 0-1. Pitch. There's a fly ball left field. Hit pretty well, but it's going to be playable by the left fielder, and that's an out. So just like that, the Orioles have an out. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get everything set up on this other side here, so just bear with me while I get everything set up. That's going to bring Mountcastle to the plate. He had a double last night. He's not having a very good year, to be honest with you, though. All right, here we go. First pitch to Mount. He's swinging and a foul, 0-1. Nope, that's not what I want. I can't show that, so I've got to switch it. Hold on, guys. I got to switch all this out for you. There we go. There's a ball in the dirt, 1-1. All right, there we go. All right, so we're back. There we go. So 1-1 count on the hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back, 1-2 on Mountie. 17 strikeouts last night for the Orioles. They really got to find a way to not do that tonight. Try to find a way to put the ball in play. Because, they had 13 balls in play last night. Those are 13 balls in play. 3 of them were for hits. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Mountcastle was out. So Mountie is about to be batting under 200. He's batting 202 for the season. Terrible, terrible season for Ryan Mountcastle to start. Yeah, that's exactly right. Lowry's going to be pitching this weekend, we hope. All right, so here's Jackson. He had a hit last night. First pitch to him. Curveball in the dirt. 1-0. Well, I think part of the problem with Ryan Mountcastle is he's not really developed into the player I think everybody thought he was going to be. He hit 33 home runs his rookie year, set a rookie record for the Orioles, but ever since then, his power numbers have decreased. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2, 2-0. All right, 33 home runs to 22 to 18 to 13 last year. And so far this year, he's got 2. So, not good at all for Mountcastle. Outside, ball 3. So, 3-0 count on Jackson Holiday. 3-0 count on Jackson Holiday. And obviously, the Orioles want base runners. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. 3-1. I didn't think he was swinging there, but he was. Well, it seems like to me, Slyster, you're talking about the reflexes of Mountie. I think a lot of the Orioles players are behind. Here's 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Jackson Holiday. Love seeing him have good at-bats. Definitely seeing the ball better, Jackson. He does not look lost at the plate anymore. He's got a lot more confidence. I actually think that's part of the problem with Kobe Mayo right now. I think it's a confidence issue. I think he's trying too hard, and he's just not confident at the plate. All right, here's Ramon Laureano. He's in left field tonight. Hoping for a 2-out hit. Let's see if he can do it. Here's the pitch. Outside, there goes Jackson. Throw to second. Not in time, and it's a stolen base for Jackson Holiday. And he actually slid in head first. He's usually not one to slide in feet head first. He usually slides in feet first, but he dove in head first, and he has stolen the base. Is Minnesota going to check it? There he goes. He's off and running. Oh, it's close. It's really close. He might be out. No, you're not. It's too close. I don't think Twins are going to challenge it. I don't think they'll challenge it. Are they going to challenge? Yeah, I guess they are challenging. Okay, so Minnesota's challenging the stolen base. They're thinking he's out. It's a manager challenge by Minnesota. I don't think there's enough there to overturn it. It's close. It's closer than I thought, but I think he's going to be safe. Because he hasn't tagged him yet. I think it's too close to call. I don't see how they overturn this. Yeah, I don't see how they overturn this. So they're still looking at it. I just don't see how you can overturn this call. Because he's touched right there, but you can't see if he is or isn't on the bag. So I think he's going to be safe. Oh, they called him out. Wow, they did call him out. Whoa. So Jackson Holiday is out at second. They called it a caught stealing. They overturned the call on the field. I didn't see enough there to overturn it, but I guess they did. That's the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Heading to the bottom of the second inning. Wow, how about that? That's unbelievable. I did not see enough, at least from the angles they showed us. I didn't see enough there to overturn that, but they did. Well, again, it's one of those things for me, Slyster, where I didn't see enough. Normally it has to be very clear to overturn it. I didn't see enough to overturn it, but they did, I guess. Again, maybe they saw an angle that we didn't see, and that's why they called that. I don't know. I didn't see enough there to overturn it, but they did, so that's your inning. But I like the aggressiveness. I still think the Orioles need to do more of that. I really do. Guys, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. We are at 10 likes. I thought we had 12, but it looks like we're at 10. Just waiting for the game to come back. We are in commercial break at the moment. Orioles trying to do something. It's just not been good. Not been good for the O's this year. Been a bad start to the season. Really need them to turn around this May, because May is really a scheduling for them that's going to be in their favor. So here's the first batter. Here's the first pitch. Outside. Ball 1 to Franco. Or, I'm sorry, Ty France. Ty France at the plate. 254, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. 1-0 pitch is coming. Here it is. Swing and a foul back. 1-1. So 1-1 pitch coming. Here it is. Outside. Ball 2 on the curveball. Good take there by Ty France. So 2-1 count. Good to have everybody in here. Jeannie, Slyster, Victor, Chris, Laura's here. Melissa's here. Thanks, everybody. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. No, swing and a miss. I thought he fouled it off, but he didn't. 2-2. Sony 4K, welcome in as well. Victor's here. G. Wilson's here. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate all of you being in here tonight. So 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back again. Really want to try to see Charlie Morton come out here and really throw some zeros for the O's and give them an opportunity to really go out and get a lead early. See if they can get a lead early and do something with it. 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside, way outside. Ball 3, 3-2. All right, so here we go. 3-2 pitch on the way. Inside, and he walks him. So a leadoff walk. Not good. That's going to bring Carlos Correa to the plate. Correa hit a 450-foot home run last night, a 3-run shot. You got to be careful with him here. First pitch. Here's a curveball. Strike, 0-1. Really want to see Charlie Morton keep the ball low in the zone. Try to induce a ground ball double play here. If he can get it. Nothing up in the zone. Correa, though, on the season, 233, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. He's not off to a good start. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back, 0-2. But he got into one last night and turned what was a close game into a laugher. It was 5-0 at that point after he hit the home run. But it ended 9-1. Orioles just no offense. They just cannot find a way to muster offense. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Dribbler to the mound. Morton's got it. Throw to first in time. So he gets the runner at first, but Ty France does move up to second base, and he's now in scoring position. So it was a dribbler right back to the mound. Morton got to it quick. Through his only spot to go was first base. His only choice was first. So he gets it, throws a good pitch to first, and gets the out. And that's going to bring Lee to the plate. And again, these areas right here, runners in scoring position. Here's first pitch to Lee. Here's a curveball. Strike, 0-1. Is where the Orioles have struggled like all year long. Just one of the worst teams, maybe in history, of runners in scoring position this year. It's been bad. 0-1 pitch. It was just outside. 1-1. But they haven't. They just have not done well at all runners in scoring position. Let's see what the Twins can do with their opportunity. He's set. 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball. Foul. 1-2. Quickly. 1-2. Lee on the year is a 239 hitter. So the Twins really are a lot like the Orioles in that they don't have a lot of offense. Of course, they scored 9 last night on the Orioles. But we'll see. All right. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Way high. Ball 2. 2-2. That was kind of a let's see if he'll chase pitch, and he did not chase at all. So count goes even 2-2 on Lee. Brooks Lee. Morton set at the belt. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Here's a fly ball, ground ball. No, ground ball to the first baseman. Mounley's got it. He's going to take it himself to first base, step on the bag, and that is the second out of the inning. But Ty France does move up to third base. So now there's a man on third, but there's 2 outs. So it's going to take a hit or an error to get him home. Let's see what we can do. And that brings Royce Lewis to the plate. Real good hitter here. Got to be careful. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-1. Royce Lewis is a very good hitter. The issue with Royce Lewis is not so much the talent. It's the staying on the field. Just can't stay healthy. 0-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 1. 1-1. And that's the key. It's about availability. I always say, you guys know me. What's the best ability? Availability. I don't care how good you are. If you can't play, you're no good to me. I pay you to play, not to be on the injured list. 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-1. And it really is the key. You have to be on the field. A 2-1 count. Morton is set at the belt. He's got his sign. Here's the pitch. Here's a ball. Ball 3. 3-1 to Royce Lewis. I'm actually kind of surprised they have Lewis batting 7th in the lineup. I thought he would have been a little higher, more like 4th or 5th. But I guess they want to kind of ease him back in. He's only had 4 at-bats so far this year because he's been on the injured list. So a 3-1 count to him here. You got to be careful. 3-1 pitch. There's a line drive. Nice play by Gunnar. Throw to first. Is it in time? Yes, he stayed on the bag. Gunnar had the backhanded, throws over to first. A one-hopper. It looked like Mounley almost came off the bag, but he was able to get the out. And that's the inning. Not a great throw by Gunnar Henderson right there. But Mounley saves him. And that's the inning. Nice play by Gunnar Henderson right there. No runs on the board. Nice job by Gunnar. And that's your inning. Top of the 3rd inning coming up. No score. Laureano, Kirkstad, and Emmanuel Rivera coming up for the O's. For the Orioles tomorrow, Dean Kramer pitching for the Orioles tomorrow night in the finale of this series. And then after tomorrow, the Orioles head out west, further west, as they go to Anaheim to play the Angels for a 3-game set over the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then they're back home to play the Twins again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we'll be live next Wednesday, as you can see right there. Right there. Next Wednesday, May 14th, 7 p.m. It's probably going to be, 7 p.m. as we play the Twins again. So be sure to join us for that broadcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go. Orioles need some runs. You got Morton's giving you 2 innings. Again, I get it. It's only 2 innings. But we're 2 innings in and the Orioles aren't losing. Isn't that terrible? When that's all you can think about as a win is the fact that you're 2 innings in and you're not losing yet. Crazy. All right, here's Laureano. First pitch to him. Inside. Ball 1. 1-0. What up, G? Good to have everybody in here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 1-1. Yeah, glass half full for sure. Well, that glass half full seems to be enough to be drowning the Orioles lately. All right, here we go. 1-1 pitch. Here's a fly ball, center field. Hit pretty good. Buxton back again. It's gone! Home run for Ramon Laureano. He got a pitch out over the plate, and he drives it to center field. The way Buxton was going back, I thought maybe he had a play on the ball, but no, it's gone. And the Orioles, surprise, score runs the only way they can, and that's through a home run. 1-0 Birds, just like that. How about that? Wow. Woo-wee. Ramon Laureano put in the lineup tonight, and he's delivered in his first at bat. 1-0 Birds. Got a pitch out over the plate. Here's Kjerstad. First pitch to him is low. Ball 1. 1-0. And just like that, here's a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul. 1-1. Kjerstad's biggest issue so far with him has been the fact that he hasn't been able to catch up to the fastball. He's on the off-speed pitches, the breaking pitches. He mashes them. He's got to cut down and swing a little bit on fastballs, and he's going to be just fine. 1-1 pitch, swing and a pop-up. That ball's going to get, is it going to be? Yes, it is. It's caught by the second baseman. At first, I thought it was going to drop, but it did not drop, and that's the first out of the inning. So Kjerstad is out. Probably a pitch he shouldn't be swinging at. Ball was way inside. That's going to bring Emmanuel Rivera to the plate. And here's the first pitch to Rivera. Swing and a fly ball center field again. Hit pretty well, but this one's going to be playable for Buxton. He's got it, and that is the second out. Oh, these Orioles, I tell you, man, it's like they just, for some reason, have become this team that are all or nothing. Watching baseball and hockey, listening to Walt, king of the multitask. You are king of the multitask right there. You can do that. All right, back to the top of the lineup for Cedric Mullins. He's set. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball low, 1-0. Yeah, I really wish the Orioles would find ways to score runs other than home runs. Because home runs are not easy. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Outside, ball 2. 2-0. But the Orioles, for what it's worth, they do have a lead. They do have a lead, folks. 2-0 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back. 2-1. So 2-1 count to Cedric Mullins trying to get a hit here. Cedric's been struggling too. He's down to 243. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Shortstop's under it. He's got it, and that's your inning. So that's your inning. Orioles do get a run, though. 1 run, 1 hit. One man comes around on the Ramon Laureano home run. And after 2.5, Orioles have a 1-0 lead. Struggling to find ways to score runs. Gotta find them, though. Uh-oh, here comes the rain. Here comes the rain again. Guys, hear that? Can you guys hear that rain? That's nuts, man. All right, so we are in commercial break, waiting for the game to come back on. As the O's are looking to get off the schneid and win a game. When the fifth inning, after the fifth inning, we'll come back. We'll do some around the league scores and give you some scores around the league. Steve Wilson down here in Florida. We need it. Where are you? Are you in Florida as well? We're still in a commercial break, guys. So as soon as they come back, we'll get going here. We got some rain coming down. We need it, though. We do. We need some rain. All right, so let's get ready here. Just waiting for the O's. Obama. Okay, right. All right, so here we go. Morton is set. First pitch. Here it comes. Inside. Ball 1. 1-0. I think part of the reason for Morton, he has been getting ahead in counts. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 1-1. I mean, he's throwing 95 miles an hour. He's got some velocity on his pitches. He really does. Willie Castro, 232, 1 home run, 5 RBIs on the season. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a line drive. Base hit into left field. That's a nice piece of hitting right there. Ball out. Ball on the outside part of the plate. Doesn't try to do too much with it. Just flicks it into left field for a base hit. So leadoff runner on for Minnesota. And that's just good hitting. It really is. It's just good hitting right there. And Willie Castro with the base hit. That's going to bring Clemens to the plate. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Roger Clemens' kid, Cody Clemens. Morton set. Here's the pitch. Way high. Ball 1. 1-0. I think Cody Clemens is Roger Clemens' son. I could be wrong, but I think it is. I think that's his dad.
On hand for a couple of really big moments for Cody.
All right, so 1-0 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Outside, ball 2. 2-0. So this is where I think for Charlie Morton, he's got to really bear down, settle down, because this is where in previous games with the Orioles, he's gotten into trouble. You know, you got a leadoff man on you down 2-0 in the count right here. You've got to come up with a big pitch right here and try to get an out. Last thing you want to do is go 3-0 on the number 9 hitter and then be back to the top of the lineup with Byron Buxton on deck. So he's got to find a way to make a good pitch here and get out of this. 2-0 pitch coming. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 to the number 9 hitter who's batting 105. And we can't put him away. You know he's taking a pitch here, so you can kind of groove one. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. 3-1. You knew he was taken. You know, you're looking for base runners. Number 9 hitter. Turn the lineup over. See if you can get first and second. Nobody out. He's probably going to take this pitch too. 3-1 count. Morton is set. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Well, I hit him anyway, but it's ball 4. So first and second, with a single and a walk, and Charlie Morton's in trouble, just like that. So, again, it's one of those things where what has made the Orioles struggle this year is nobody's picking anybody up. Like here we are, the offense finally gets a run, gets you a lead, and just like that, when you come out in the bottom half of your inning, first 2 guys get on. Here comes one of their best hitters to the plate, Byron Buxton. You know, instead of pitching that shutdown inning, and maybe he still will. You know, who knows? He might get a ground ball double play right here and get out of it. But it's been the issue with the Orioles. It's like as soon as they get a lead, the pitching gives it up. Here's the pitch. Buxton, fly ball left field. That ball's hit really well, and it's gone. Long fly ball, gone. 3-run homer, first pitch. Exactly what I just talked about. And just like that, it's 3-1. Minnesota. What did I just say, folks? It's been the major issue with the Orioles this year. As soon as they get a lead, they give it right back. Didn't even give them a second. As soon as Charlie Morton comes out, the Orioles get him a 1-0 lead, and he can't even get an out in the bottom of the 3rd. Single, walk, home run. A ball center cut, middle of the plate. Curveball doesn't curve at all, right down the middle. And Byron Buxton puts it in the upper deck. I mean, it's just that simple. It's all about execution, and he's just not doing it. All right, so here is Larnach, and first pitch to him is inside, ball 1, 1-0. Just bad baseball. And that's what bad teams do. They take leads, and they blow leads. They don't pick each other up, and that's just bad baseball. 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2-0. So once again, the Orioles, what do they have to do? They have to play from behind. And they got to find a way to score runs. Now they need 4 runs to win a game. They haven't been scoring 3 runs in games, let alone 4. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball left field. It's pretty shallow. In comes Laureano. He's going to get there and make the catch. 1 down. Ooh, at first I didn't think he was going to get there. But he does. Slicer says, every time this happens over and over. Yeah. It's true. It certainly does. And it doesn't matter who's pitching for the Orioles, unless maybe it's Sagano. But I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Next pitch. Here's Jeffers' first pitch strike. 0-1. Just bad baseball for the Orioles. Charlie Morton's ERA has actually gone up from 9.76 to 9.90. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike, 0-2. In my mind, I called this homer because this happens. Yeah, it does. And that's kind of what I was talking about. When you look at the Orioles, and that's why I brought it up. You come out, you really need a shutdown inning when your team gives you a 1-0 lead. 0-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball, center field, very playable for Cedric Mullins. And he is there for the second out. So 2 down. But it's the major issue with the O's this year. It's like you get a lead and you really need that pitcher to come out and give you a shutdown inning. That inning where you just 1, 2, 3 and you're right back in the dugout and you're up hitting again. And maybe you can build off of that. And the Orioles get just the slightest momentum and Charlie Morton gives up a single, a walk, and a home run. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. 1-0's now 3-1. It's mind-blowing. Here's France. First pitch outside, ball 1, 1-0. It's absolutely mind-blowing how bad this team has become. And you got to wonder why, because it's the same talent, for the most part, on this team that won 101 and 91 games the last 2 years. 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2, 2-0. For the most part, you've got the same players here. Mullins, Mountcastle, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Ryan O'Hearn, Jordan Westberg. 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a foul. 2-1. Felix Bautista, Yenyer Cano, CNL Perez, Dean Kramer. I don't know. I don't know what happened to this team to the point that they've become this bad. All right, so Morton is set. Ty France is set. 2-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Way inside, ball 3, 3-1. I think for me, when I look at Morton, first off, his entire demeanor on the mound is almost like he's defeated. And his mechanics are terrible. He just has it seems like at times he has no idea where the ball's going. Here it comes, 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike, 3-2. Carlos Correa is on deck. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit into left field. Nice piece of hitting right there by Ty France. A ball low in the zone. He just went down and got it. And again, just punches it into left field for a base hit. That's the kind of thing the Orioles don't do. It's a way. It's a learning lesson here. It's a lesson to learn for the Orioles. It doesn't have to be a home run. Just put good wood on the ball. Right? Put the ball in play and good things can happen. And Ty France has done that. And that's going to bring Carlos Correa to the plate. 2 down. Here's the first pitch to Correa. Swinging a ground ball. Third baseman. Rivera's got it. Throw to first in time. Nice play. He had to charge it. But he made a nice play. That's the inning. But 3 runs on the board. 3 runs on the board for Minnesota. 3-1 heading to the 4th. Whew, man, tough season for the O's, man. Just tough. My gracious. Good to have everybody in here. Thanks, everybody. Always good having everybody here. These are always a blast to do these games, and you guys are always very talkative. I love seeing everybody talk. I want to see everybody come in, talk baseball, have a good time, and hopefully we leave with a win, but right now it's not looking good. We'll see what happens. 4th inning coming up. We got Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Ryan O'Hearn, with Ryan Mountcastle in the hole coming up. Hopefully the Orioles find a way to score a run. Good to have all of you in here. 10 of you in here. 12 likes. Our like goal tonight is 30. Maybe we'll get there. We'll be back maybe over the weekend. Now, I know all the games are going to be late games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because they're in Anaheim. We might call a game this weekend. We'll have to see. So keep an eye on the thumbnail for those. Thanks, Sony. Appreciate you sharing that out. Yep, we do have a Disney Channel as well. Much bigger here over on the Disney Channel than here. So if you get a chance, check us out over there. All right, so here we go. All right, so Gunnar Henderson stepping to the plate, trying to get the O's back in this game. We'll see if he can do it. Just need a hit out of Gunnar, really, to be honest with you. Let's see if he can get it going. First pitch. Curveball, ball, 1-0. Woo-wee! Orioles need a win, folks. Orioles need a win. They don't win today, they lose yet another series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2, 2-0. Better at bat here for Gunnar. Want to see him take some pitches. Try to, get the count in his favor just like he's got right now. 2-0 count. Now he's got a chance here to look for a certain pitch. See what he can do with it. Here it comes. 2-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Good to have all of you in here. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everybody being here. 2-1 count on Gunnar. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up down third base side. Looks like third baseman's going to have a play. Yep, he's got it. Quick out. 1 out, just like that. That's going to bring Rutschman to the plate. Adley is 0 for 1. Rutschman's batting average has dropped all the way down to 209 on the season. 209. That's unbelievable. For a guy that's really known for a good, good swing, good mechanics, good eye. First pitch, curveball, in the dirt, 1-0. He has just had bad at bat after bad at bat, bad swings. He's not been right ever since the end of the end of the first half last year. First pitch to him, the next pitch to him. Line drive, base hit into right field. Rutsch is going to make a big turn, but he is not going to try for a double. So that's a 1-out single for Adley Rutschman. That's what I'm looking for. Good at bat. He had a ball on the inside, was able to pull it, get the bat head out in front of it, and get a base hit into right field. Orioles will take it. And that's going to bring Ryan O'Hearn to the plate. Yeah, Rutsch wasn't going to couldn't make a big turn there and go for second. But we got a man on first. Let's see what O'Hearn can do. First pitch to O'Hearn is high and outside. Ball 1, 1-0. One and 0 count on Ryan O'Hearn. Let's see what happens here. Pitcher is set at the belt. O'Hearn set. Here's the pitch. Ball 2, low, 2-0. 13 people in here with 12 likes. Good to have all of you in. 3-1 Twinkies over the O's. The Twins are playing well. The Orioles are not. 2-0 pitch coming to O'Hearn. There it is. Outside, ball 3. Wow, that looked like it caught the zone to me. But they called it a ball. So 3-0 count on Ryan O'Hearn. Now, even though you're losing 3-1, you really need offense. O'Hearn's probably got the green light here. If he gets a pitch he likes. Here we go, 3-0 count. There's the pitch. Strike, high in the zone. That's a good pitch to take, though, because he's not going to do much with that. But it is called a strike. So 3-1 on Ryan O'Hearn. Richardson set at the belt. O'Hearn set. Here's the 3-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. The first baseman throws to second for 1. Back to first. And plenty of time for a very easy double play. And just like that, the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up. 3-1 Minnesota. Whew, man, the Orioles again. Just no offense. 4 innings in, 1 run, 2 hits. My gracious. Don't really know what else they can do either. That's the thing. You know, everything they try just does not come out in their favor. Good to have all 13 of you in here. Good to have you all here. Appreciate y'all being here. O's looking to get off the schneid, but it is not happening right now, I'll tell you that. They are struggling, folks. Struggling to get the win. Now, the big thing for the Orioles is now the biggest thing that they can get out of Charlie Morton is just no more runs. You know, no more. You can't give up any more. He's got to give them 6, 7 innings, and he's got to keep it at 3. And you know what? If he keeps it at 3, 6, 7 innings, keeps it at 3, he's done his job. He really has. That's the key, and that's what they really need. They really need him to just come out here and just put this game. You know, really, they do. They really need him to just get out there and just put up zeros from this point on. All right, so here we go. Morton is back on the mound, and we are about set. What happened here? Nope, hold up, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this back up. All right, there we go. All right, so here we go. Back in. Get that there. All right, first pitch, strike. 0-1, just like that. Brooks Lee's on the Brooks Lee's at the plate. I'm sorry. Orioles got me flustered now, gang. All right, Brooks Lee 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Line drive. Base hit up the middle. Base hit up the middle into right field. Hurston Kjerstad comes and gets it, but a leadoff single for Brooks Lee, just like that. My gracious. That's going to bring Royce Lewis to the plate. Lewis tonight is 0-1. Grounded out in the second inning. First pitch to him. Way high, ball 1, 1-0. Morton keeps looking down. Every time he throws a ball way outside, way high, he always looks at the ground. Well, it's not the ground, dude. Just throw strikes. So 1-0 count on Royce Lewis. Really looking for a ground ball here. Let's see if he can get one. Next pitch, way inside. Almost hit him. 2-0. And you can see the frustration on Charlie Morton. Just the way he walks off the mound after he makes a bad pitch. You can see the frustration. So a 2-0 count on Royce Lewis. 2-0 pitch coming. That's ball 3. 3-0. My gracious. What is going on with this team? 13 likes. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate that very much. 3-0 pitch coming. There's a strike. 3-1. That was close, though. That's a good take by Royce Lewis. That could have been called a ball. Charlie Morton seems to be overthrowing to me. Three-1 pitch on the way. Strike. 3-2. So he's got himself back in the count. Smart on Lewis's part. Take a couple pitches till he throws you, until he gets back in the count. See if you can get on base. All right, pitcher steps off. No, I'm sorry. The batter calls time, so the ump gives him time, so we're going to reset. Brian Baker is in the 4th inning, and Brian Baker is up for the Orioles. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. 1 back to first. 2 double play. Ground ball right to the shortstop. Gunnar Henderson, he picks and throws it to Jackson Holliday, who flips it over to first, and that's a double play. And that's exactly what Charlie Morton needed. A ground ball right at somebody. Gunnar gets it, flips it to Jackson. Easy throw to first, and gets it by about 5 steps. So 2 quick outs right like that. Royce Lewis is still not running very fast. He's still a little running gingerly. Here's Castro. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. Much better right there. That's what you want to see. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike, 0-2. So a quick 0-2 count on Castro, Willie Castro here. Let's see if Charlie Morton can put him away. Needs to come up with a good pitch here. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's a ball just on the outside corner. 1-2. Good take by Castro. That pitch was close. It was just on the edge, but he didn't offer at it and called a ball. So 1-2. Morton is set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. Oh! Adley couldn't hold on to it. It was in his glove and out of his glove. If he had held on to it, the inning would have been over, but he did not. So we're going to do it again. 1-2 count. Just out of the glove of Adley Rutschman. He had him, too. It was in the glove, popped out. So 1-2 count again on Willie Castro. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball. Nope, foul ball off to the left, third base line. So we're going to do it again. 1-2 count. Orioles need a really, really quick inning. 14 likes. Thanks, guys. We're almost halfway to our goal. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside. Ball 2. 2-2. Way outside. Wasn't going to offer it that one. Wasn't even close. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-1 Minnesota, bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Right field. Looks like Heston's got a beat on it. He's under it, and he's got it. That's your inning. So Morton gives up a single, but gets out of it. And just like that, we're heading to the 5th inning. 3-1 Minnesota. Orioles are trying to find ways to score runs. You know, Morton's only 4 innings in, though. He's got to give the Orioles 2 more innings. He really does. Really need 2 more out of him. They really do. The Orioles need 2 more innings out of Charlie Morton. I'm just waiting for the game to come back on, gang. Good to have all of you here. Appreciate all of you being here tonight. It's been awesome having you. With 15 likes on the board. I love seeing it. 3-1 Minnesota. We're heading to the top of the 5th inning. Orioles looking to get some more hits. So far for the Orioles, 1 run off 2 hits. Lucky for them, they've only struck out once. Whew, just a matter of whether or not they can put some runs on the board. It's been such a battle for the Orioles this year with the runs. They just so many issues with the running, scoring runs this year. It's such a battle. But you gotta find ways to score runs if you're gonna win in the major leagues. Yeah, Jeannie, we'll see what happens. All right, here's Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch to him. Here it comes. Inside, ball 1, 1-0. Mountcastle on the season is batting .202. .202 on the season. Not a good year. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball, center field. Very playable for Byron Buxton, and he is there for the first out. 1 down. That's going to bring Jackson Holiday to the plate. Of course, he walked his first time up and was thrown out trying to steal second. I still think there wasn't enough there to call him out. I really do. I didn't see enough there to overturn it, but I guess the umpires did. So we'll see what Jackson does this time up. He is set, and here's the first pitch to him. In the dirt, ball 1, 1-0. His at-bats have gotten better and better as the season have gone on for Jackson. Looks a lot more comfortable at the plate, seeing the ball better. He's staying on time. He's staying on time with pitches, not trying to pull everything and turn it over. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. Hey, Mark, welcome in. Going to see the Dodgers play the Twins on the 21st of July in Los Angeles with all my siblings. Nice. That'll be a good time. Have fun. That'll be a good time. Good to have everybody in here. Jackson Holiday, 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3-0. You know, if I'm the Orioles here, here's what I'll say. This is what I'll say. Look, you're down 3-1. You need runners. I get it. I think if it's a pitch, he's probably going to take this pitch, but he might swing. Here's the pitch. Nope, he was taken all the way right down Broadway for a strike. 3-1 on Jackson Holiday. Jackson's playing second base. All right, Jackson Holiday is set. And here's the 3-1 pitch. Pop-up. See, again, they're just trying. Pop-up center field, easily playable for Buxton. Just not a good swing. You know, 3-1 pitch, it balls down low. You got to lunge for it. He pops it up. 2 quick outs. That's going to bring Laureano to the plate. It's just not a good. Oh, it looks like Charlie Morton's done. After 4 innings. But anyway, that's going to bring Laureano to the plate. He's the only Orioles offense so far. Here's the pitch. Ball low, 1-0. Pitch, low, ball 2, 2-0. So 3-1 Minnesota. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Orioles 1 run on 2 hits. To their credit, they've only struck out once, but just can't get anything going. 2-0 pitch coming. Here's a fly ball into right field, and that's going to get into the gap. That's going to get into the gap. Laureano's going to make the turn. He's easily going to go into second with a 2-out double. So the Orioles, all their offense tonight, they have 3 hits now. 2 of them are Laureano. He's got a double and a home run. And the Orioles sprinkler system is waiting. They are waiting. They are waiting. They're still waiting. They're doing the sprinkler system so they can do the sprinklers. And he is not seeing it. Finally, there you go. That's so funny. I guess he doesn't like it. He doesn't look like he's very happy. But a 2-out double for the Orioles. Now a base hit here. If you can get a hit from Heston Kjerstad here, that gets a run in. Pitching coach comes out, talks to Richardson. That's a 2-out double for Laureano. Man, a base hit here from Heston Kjerstad. And just like that, the Orioles get a run. They can make this a 3-2 game. Yeah, Ryan, they need to do something quick. 14 of you watching. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate y'all being in here. All right, Kjerstad's set. He's at the plate. Richardson's at the belt. Here's the first pitch to him. Here it comes. Swinging a line drive. Base hit into right field. The right fielder bobbles it. Laureano's going to go to the plate. He's safe. And just like that, a big 2-out base hit by Heston Kjerstad gets the run home. It was a base hit into right field. The bobble by the right fielder probably cost him. and the Orioles do score the run. It's now 3-2. That's a big hit for Heston Kjerstad. Just went down and got it. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just pokes it into right field for a base hit, and Laureano scores the run, and it's now 3-2. That's a big at bat for him. That's going to bring Rivera to the plate. And here's the first pitch to Rivera outside. Oh, he called that a strike? Oh my God, that was about a foot outside, and the umpire called it a strike. Holy cow. So 0-1 on Rivera. All right, here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball low, 1-1. All right, G. Wilson, have a good night, bud. Good to see you, G. Danny Cologne's warming in the bullpen. 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul back. Slyster, here's what I'll say, though. I like the celebrating. Whatever keeps the team positive, gives the team some positive energy, makes it a little bit more fun. They're already down and out as it is. Take whatever little bit of momentum you could have that maybe turns it around. I have no problem with that. 1-2 pitch coming. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. I don't know. I know the Orioles have been dismal, but when you get a hit like that, it's important to find some joy in the game. Because if you can't find some joy in the game, it's going to make it that much worse. So, I don't know. I like the celebrating like that. I think it's fun. 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a foul. Going to do it again. I don't know. I like it because it's not being cocky. Every team does it. Every team celebrates. It's a way to keep the positive energy, especially in a time like this when everything is dismal. Find that little bit of positive energy. So, I don't know. I kind of disagree with you there. I like it. I think he should be part of it. Rivera's set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3, 3-2. So the Orioles have a chance here. If Rivera can find a way to get on, it turns the lineup over. Mullins is on deck, although Mullins is mired in a slump now. His average has fallen all the way down to 241. But we'll see. 3-2. Kjerstad's going on the pitch. There he goes. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit into right field. And Laureano keeps it alive, and Heston goes all the way to third on that. So again, it was a 3-2 count. He's running on the pitch, and Heston just kept going, and now it's first and third. Turns the lineup over, and just like that, the Orioles got a shot here. 3 hits in a row. Double, single, single. That's what you want to see. Good base running by Kjerstad as well. Just kept going the whole way. And that's going to do it for Richardson. Here comes the manager. He's going to take him out of the game. But this is such a huge... I'll say this as an Orioles fan. I hate to say this and so early in the game. This at-bat by Cedric Mullins is an extremely huge at-bat for this Oriole team right now. I know you're probably laughing and saying, dude, it's May 7th. It's Minnesota on a Wednesday night. This is a big at-bat for Cedric Mullins right here. If he can find a way to get a hit here and get this game tied, or even if we're lucky enough, God willing, they take the lead, that's going to be such a boost to this team to be able to say, wow, we were down 3-1 heading into the 5th inning and we're coming back. I think, you get the hit from Laureano, you get the big hit from Heston Kjerstad to get the second run, you get another big hit from Emmanuel Rivera to keep the inning alive. Now you got first and third. You got a shot here of getting another big hit in a big moment. And the Orioles got to find a way to do it. They really got to find a way. Right now, they're 1-for-1 with runners in scoring position. That's big. That's a start. But now, you want to be 2-for-2. You really do. You really need this run. Are they going to do it? I don't know. But, Cedric Mullins is supposed to be a leader on this team. He's he's the oldest tenured player on this team. He's your veteran. He's your leader. Even if he's not a vocal leader, he's a leader. And he needs to show it. He needs to show it right now. All right, so here we go. Top of the 5th inning, new pitcher on the mound for the Twins. 1st and 3rd, Cedric Mullins at the plate. It's probably going to be a lefty on lefty. It certainly is. And it's the Orioles' old buddy, Mr. Danny Colomb, on the mound. He's been really good for them. 13 in the 3rd innings. He's got a 0 ERA and an 0.53 whip. Orioles gave up on this guy. So Mullins is set. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Right field. Hit pretty well. Is it gone? Was it foul? Is it fair? What is it? Oh, it's just foul. Oh my gosh. Cedric Mullins turned on the first pitch and he hit it a mile. I thought it was gone at first. But he just couldn't keep it. He couldn't keep it fair. It just went foul by about that much. Oh my gosh. All right, so Cedric, now you got to take a deep breath here, man. Come on, go get him. Go get him, brother. Go get him. Need it right here, Ceddy. Oh, man. Can the Orioles do it? I don't know. Let's see. 0-1 pitch coming. High. Ball 1. 1-1. It actually wasn't high. It looked like it was in the strike zone to me. But they called it a ball. So 1-1 count on Cedric Mullins. 1st and 3rd. 3-2 game. Big at bat here. Big at bat. 1-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2-1. So 2-1 count. Danny Colomb is behind in the count. Big at bat. Big part of the game right here for the O's. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back. 2-2. That was probably Cedric's best pitch to hit right there. That was probably his shot, I'd have to say. I think that was probably his shot right there. That ball was center cut right down the middle. Probably missed his spot. Colomb did, but Cedric couldn't square it up. So a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cedric strikes out. That's the inning. The Orioles get a run on 3 hits, but they leave a man in scoring position. 3-2 Minnesota. I'm telling you, Mullins. I think Mullins is a nice player. I do. I think Cedric Mullins is a fine player, but he's not a clutch player. Cedric just doesn't come through when the Orioles really need him to come through. But hey, the O's got to run. They're back in the game, and that's all that matters to me. They got to run. Why is that not on there? It's like it's on there when I do that, but it's not on there when I'm here. Huh, that's kind of weird. Wonder why. All right, so anyway, here we go. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-2 game. Orioles back in this now. O's are back in this game, folks. Only down a run at this point. 17 likes. Thank you all. We'll give you some out-of-town scores as soon as this inning's over. So hopefully it'll be a quick inning. Good to have everybody in here today. Appreciate all of you coming out. This has been fun. It'll be even more fun if the Orioles can find a way to get to win. So Brian Baker's coming into the game. Charlie Morton is done. 4 innings, 3 runs. Got to really hope that Baker can settle down. 2.57 ERA in 15 games, 16 innings, 121 whip. Not terrible for him this year, but he's been hit on the last few innings out. So the Orioles, you really need them to really bear down here and give them a good 1, 2, 3 innings so they can get right back in to the dugout and try to get some more runs. So anyway, here's Brian Baker on the mound for the Orioles. Let's see if he can get some outs as Mr. Clemens is at the plate, who's 0 for 1. Or 0 for 0, actually. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. That's right. Clemens was hit by a pitch his first time up. So even though he walked, they called it a hit by pitch. Clemens is set. Here's Brian, 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 0-2. Sorry, guys. So the big thing for Brian Baker is just throw strikes. Low in the zone, keep the ball low, and try to throw strikes. And just like that, you got an 0-2 count on a hitter that's hitting 105. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Just like that. 98 on the on the bottom right-hand corner, tailing away from the hitter. Almost unhittable. Good pitch by Brian Baker right there. And that's the out you got to have, to be honest with you. You got to get the first guy, especially if he's a number 9 hitter hitting 105. You got to get the first guy, and he does. So let's see what he does with the next guy up. Back to Byron Buxton. Of course, he homered his last time up. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit into left field. First pitch swinging. A ball up in the zone. I just said it. Keep the ball low in the zone if you're Brian Baker, and he doesn't. A ball up at the chest, at the head area. And Buxton just turns on it and puts it center, cuts it into left field for a base hit. Way up in the zone, right down the middle of the plate. If you're going to put it down the middle, you got to keep it down in the middle, low in the zone. So a 1-out single for Byron Buxton. That's going to bring Larnick to the plate. Buxton's got a pretty good lead. He could go. Baker set. First pitch. Inside. Ball 1. 1-0. Adley's got to be on his toes right here because Byron Buxton will steal a bag. 18 likes. You guys are amazing. Thanks, everybody. Buxton's got a good lead. Throw over to first, but he's back. In his career, Byron Buxton's got 100 steals in 112 attempts. So he's 89% when he goes. 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2-0. Baker's got to be careful here now. You got the first out. Gave up a base hit. Now you've run the count 2-0 on this hitter. Got to be careful here. Got to keep the ball low in the zone. Here's the pitch. Ball up, and they called it as ball. Ball 3, 3-0. That's a miss by the umpire. It's a strike. It's in the box. It's a miss by the umpire, but at this point it doesn't matter. He called it a ball. It's a ball. So instead of 2-1, it's 3-0. And Larnick with the 3-2 lead, he can swing here if he wants. There goes Buxton. There's the pitch. It's a line drive, and it's caught by Heston Kjerstad. What a catch! It was over his head. He had to leap for it. He made a really nice play on a ball that was smoked. That ball was scorched by Larnick, and Kjerstad makes a nice catch over the shoulder. Wow, really nice play. That ball gets by him or down, and Buxton's going to score. That's a really nice catch by Heston Kjerstad, and he hits the cutoff man too. Nice play. Good defense by Heston, who's really gotten better. His defense has picked up this year. Good for him. So now there's 2 outs for Jeffers. Still a man on first. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a foul. 0-1. Woo! That ball scared me because Larnick hit that ball good. He hit it really hard. But Kjerstad made a really nice play. So 0-1 count on Jeffers, who's 0 for 2. Here we go. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball at shortstop. Shifts it to second. Holiday's there, and that's your inning, guys. No runs. 1 hit, a man left. Nice play by Heston Kjerstad. Great inning by Brian Baker. Top of the 6th inning coming up 3-2 Minnesota. Birds are in it, folks. The Birds are in it. That's all you can ask. That's what you want to see. To their credit, the pitching has kept them in the game. We're 5 innings in. And the Orioles have 3 runs on 5 hits. They've given up. But they have 2 runs on 5 hits. So let's see what they can do. Laureano's 2 for 2. Heston Kjerstad and Emmanuel Rivera are 1 for 2. And Rutschman's 1 for 2. Everybody else is without a hit. The bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, 9. They've been the offense for the Orioles tonight. Seven of you still in here watching. I appreciate those that have hung in there. Thank you all very much. The likes are at 18. I appreciate all of you being here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm yawning tonight. It's been a day. So Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Ryan O'Hearn coming to the plate. Let's see if the Orioles... Oh, more rain coming down out there. Let's see if the O's can muster up a run or two right here in the 6th inning. Oh, I was supposed to give you guys the score. I was so excited with last inning and Kjerstad's play. As soon as the Orioles have done this inning, we'll get to it. Here's Gunnar. First pitch swinging, pop up again. Right to the third baseman. Just bad at... These are bad at bats by Gunnar Henderson. They're just bad at bats. He's not being patient at all. He just wants to swing and try to get a home run every time up. And, you know, take a pitch. He's just not... Just bad at bats, man. I mean, you're making it so much easier on the pitcher when you don't take a pitch. There's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be impatient. And he's just being impatient. So here's Adley. Turns around to the right side. First pitch is a ball. 1-0. It's just not a good at bat. I mean, Gunnar right there. What are you swinging at? One-0 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2-0 to Adley. 1 for 2 in the game. Got a single his last time up. Orioles really need to try to find a way to get some more runs here. Got to be patient. You're right, Jeannie. 2-0 pitch. There's a pop-up behind the plate. Catcher's going to give it a look, but it's out of play. So 2-1 on Adley Rutschman. Here it comes. There's a strike. 2-2. Just top of the zone, but it's a strike. So 2-2 on Rutschman. He goes from 2-0 to 2-2. So 2-2 count. Adley Rutschman. Rutschman's set. Colomb is set. Here's 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 3. 3-2. All right, let's see what Rutsch can do here. Orioles need a big one right here. If not, just a base hit. I mean, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a base hit more than anything else. Just trying to get a hit. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Inside corner of the plate. That's a strike. Rutschman takes it. I don't know if he's not seeing the ball well or what, but that's definitely there. That's a strike. It's almost like he's looking for a walk. I mean, that ball's not even close to being on the inside part of the plate. So 2 quick outs. Your 2 best players, Henderson and Rutschman, have done literally nothing tonight. That's going to bring O'Hearn to the plate. He's done nothing tonight. Here's first pitch. Strike. 0-1. Colomb has pitched really well tonight. 0-1 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1. Now, the one thing about Colomb is he doesn't field his position well. He falls off the mound every time he pitches. So a ball up the middle, unless they got somebody playing up the middle, it's going to be a base hit because he doesn't field his position well at all. So 1-1 count on Ryan O'Hearn. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a foul. 1-2. So just like that, Danny Colomb is ahead in the count. 1-2 on Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn is such a different hitter. He's a .250 hitter against lefties, .306 against righties. All of his home runs this year have come against righties, none against lefties. He's behind in the count here. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul again. All right, Colomb is set. He's at the belt. O'Hearn is set. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball. Nice play by the first baseman. He flips it, but there's nobody there. Just like I said, Colomb cannot get to the bag. It was a nice play by the first baseman. He made a lunging grab, but Colomb did not cover the bag. He was not there, and O'Hearn was running out of the box, and it's a base hit. But Danny Colomb, when he pitches, falls off the mound, and he didn't get there. It's too late. You've already missed a step, and just like that, Ryan O'Hearn beats it out for a 2-out hit. A hit's a hit. Take him any way you can get him. That's going to be it for Danny Colomb. He's out of the game. So a 2-out single for Ryan O'Hearn. That's going to bring a new pitcher into the game for the Twins, with Ryan Mountcastle coming to the plate for the O's. Wowza. Good to have everybody in here. Anybody's first time in? Let me know if it's anybody's first time in. Again, if it's your first time in here, let me know in the chat. First time in, let me know. Love to say hi. Orioles are down 3-2. They have a man on first with 2 outs, and Ryan Mountcastle stepping to the plate. We are still in commercial break. Everybody. Find the fun. Welcome in. 37th time. Well, then that wouldn't be the first. I don't even know if I've called 37 games, to be honest with you. All right, so here we go. Top of the 6th, 2 outs. Looking to find a hit right here off the bat of Ryan Mountcastle to keep this inning alive. Can he do it? Probably not, the way he's been hitting. Lewis Varland in the game for the Twins. 3.63 ERA. All right, here we go. First pitch to Mountie. Strike right there. 0-1. Yeah, as soon as the inning's over, I'll do the scores, Sony. I promise. Hopefully that'll be a bit. We'll see. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Mountcastle, just like that, is giving us a bad inning. Or a bad at bat. Nice to see. Man. So just like that, Varland comes in and he's got 2 quick strikes on Ryan Mountcastle. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. 0-2 again. The Orioles need that one clutch player, that one clutch hit. Kind of like the hit you got from Kjerstad. And the veterans are just not giving them the clutch hits. Here's the pitch, 0-2. Swinging a foul back again. We're going to do it again. You know, the veteran players are Ryan O'Hearn, Cedric Mullins, Ryan Mountcastle, Ramon Laureano. He's been around baseball for a long time. So 0-2 count on Ryan Mountcastle. We need a big hit right here. The pitcher's at the belt. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. A real dribbler up the mound. That's going to be a base hit. The third baseman was playing back, and Mountcastle hit a dribbler up the third base line. and they were not going to get him, and it's a base hit for Malley. So the Orioles have been given 2 back-to-back breaks. The pitcher doesn't cover on the O'Hearn base hit, and Mountcastle hits a dribbler up the line with the third baseman playing way back for the second base hit. So now you've got men on first and second with 2 outs, and you got the young kid coming to the plate, Jackson Holliday. First pitch to Holliday inside, ball 1, 1-2. Or 1-0. Sorry, 1-0. Now, if you're Jackson here, all you're looking for, take a deep breath. Don't try to do too much. Just try to put the bat on the ball and get a base hit. That's all you're looking for. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Here's a strike. 1-1. That's really all you're looking for right here, folks. Just looking for a base hit. Trying to find a way to put a ball in play. 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ball low. 2-1. Jackson Orioles are really hoping he finds a way to get a hit right here. Just a base hit. All you need is a base hit. O'Hearn's not the fastest, but they're going to send him if it's a base hit. Let's see. 2-1 pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a foul back. Good swing right there by Jackson. Just missed it. So a 2-2 count. Does the kid have it in him? Can he get the big hit in the big moment? Orioles have not done well in these moments all year. Let's see if the kid can come through. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. It's a dribbler. The first base. He's got it. Throw to first just in time. Oh my gosh. The pitcher came off the mound. He fell down, rolled over, but he was able to make the play and get the out. Another dribbler that almost cost him. But he was able to get there and throw to first just in time to get the out. What a play by the pitcher. Literally by a step. Wow. And that's just the luck of the Orioles this year, folks. Holy macaroni. So we're heading to the 7th inning. 3-2. Minnesota holds the lead. I got to be honest with you, the Orioles did not hit the ball hard at all. O'Hearn's hit was pretty good, but nobody covered the bag. And then both Jackson Holliday and Ryan Mountcastle just hit dribblers that almost cost their team. Oh, scores. Out-of-town scoreboard. I'm sorry. I almost forgot. Well, we got a minute. Let's go over the scores around baseball. All right, so to bottom of the 8th inning, Red Sox with a 5-3 lead over the Rangers. Top of the 8th inning, Phillies 7-0 over the Rays. Top of the 8th inning, Padres-Yankees tied 1-1. Top of the 8th inning, 4-3 Cincinnati over the Braves. Bottom of the 7th inning, Kansas City 2-0 over the White Sox. End of 2, 3-0 Rockies over the Tigers. Angels, Blue Jays are a little bit later. Earlier today, Guardians beat the Nationals 8-6. Astros beat the Brewers 9-1. Cardinals beat the Pirates 5-0. Giants beat the Cubs 3-1. Mariners beat the A's 6-5. Mets beat the Diamondbacks 7-1. And the Dodgers beat the Marlins 10-1. That was earlier today. Sir Anthony Dominguez is in the game, and his first pitch to the hitter is in a ball, 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning, guys, 3-2 game. The Orioles are in it. For what it's worth, they're in the game. One count on Sir Anthony Dominguez. On the hitter. Sir Anthony Dominguez is in the game. All right, there we go. Let me get that there. Here we go. Ready? 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. Short left field. In comes Laureano, the left fielder. He's got it, and that's the first down. 1 down. Yeah, right. So the Orioles are pitching for what it's worth. The Orioles, again, we're only in the 7th inning. The pitching has kept them in the game. It really has kept them in the game. Here's Carlos Correa. Dominguez is set. Here's the first pitch. Here's a strike on the outside corner. 99 miles an hour. Nice pitch. 0-1. $18 likes. 12 away from our goal. 0-1 pitch coming. In the dirt. Way in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1. Hey, we actually picked up a subscriber tonight, too. Thanks, gang. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Nice pitch by Dominguez. He took something off of that pitch and had him out in front. So 1-2 count with 1 down, nobody on. Oh, batter steps out, takes time. Correa is set. Dominguez is at the belt. He's there, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Got him on a sweeper way outside. And Correa really, really expanded the zone when after a pitch that was way out of the zone. Gives him an easy strikeout. So 2 down in the inning. That pitch isn't even close to the zone. 2 quick outs for the Birds. All right, first pitch to the next hitter is in the dirt. Ball 1 to Brooks Lee. One-0 count. Dominguez is set. He's got the sign. He's at the belt. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a line drive, base hit up the middle. Just past the outstretched glove of Dominguez. He hit it right back up the middle. The pitcher couldn't get a glove on, and that's a base hit. 2-out hit. He literally just missed it. His glove was just a second behind it. And just like that, the ball goes in the center field. So you got a 2-out base hit for Brooks Lee, and that's going to bring Royce Lewis to the plate. Now, Lewis is 0 for 2 in the game. But again, he's a threat. He's a threat to hit a home run now. He's hit, he's a very good player. He can hit the home run. He's hit 37 in his career and only like 155 at bats. So he's got power. He's got pop. Dominguez has got to be careful here. And the other issue is not like he's got to put a lot on the bat to get a home run. Dominguez throws 100 miles an hour, so he's gonna generate most of the velocity off the bat himself. So a big moment here for the Orioles. Really want to get out of this and try to keep it right where it is. Runner on first, got pretty good speed. Here's the first pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. Dominguez set. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 1-1. Good pitch there. He had him way out on that one. Couldn't catch up to it. Looks like Keegan Aiken is getting warm in the bullpen for the Orioles. 1-1 count. Dominguez is set. Here's the pitch. Going, got it. Throw down the second runner. Going. He's out. Brooks Lee tried to steal second. Nice throw by Adley Rutschman. Great tag by Jackson Holliday on the steal, and they got him. And he is out at second base. Nice play. Wow. It's, I get it. You got a 3-2 lead. Try to be aggressive. Get the runner in scoring position. But nice play by Adley. Made a nice throw. And there we are. Orioles need to find a way. Ah! Sorry, guys. Orioles got to find a way to get some runs here. Yeah, Jeannie, that was a nice play. Really good execution. And that's the thing about stolen bases is, to get a guy out when he's stealing a bag, it takes, first off, a good pitch, good pitch by a pitcher. He's got to get the ball to the plate quickly. Catcher's got to catch it. He's got to make an accurate throw to second. The second baseman and shortstop's got to catch the ball and then make a tag. So there's a lot involved in throwing somebody out on a steal. And it's all got to go well. It's all got to go well, for you to get a guy. And Rutschman made a nice throw. He's been shorting his throws, though. A lot of them are one hoppers to second. Maybe that's on purpose. I don't know. It hasn't worked too much for him because a lot of times on his one hops, it's to the left side of the bag, which means the player's got to catch it and bring it all the way back over. This time it wasn't. He threw it to the right side of the bag. Right side of the bag if you're the catcher. Left side of the bag if you're looking at it from center field. And then Jackson just had to catch it and just lay down the tag. He didn't even have to bring it back. So it was a nice play. So Laureano's going to lead off. Laureano, Kjerstad, and Rivera. Brock Stewart is in the game. 6.75 ERA for Stewart. So he hasn't had very good success so far. But it's a matter of the Orioles trying to take advantage of that. Here we go. First pitch. Here's a strike. 0-1. 97. Sinker. Laureano, 2 for 2. Double and a home run. 2 runs scored. He's got both runs. 0-1 pitch on the way. Ball. 1-1. Orioles need base runners. You're only down a run now. One pitch. Checks his swing. Ball 2. 2-1. 19 likes. Good job, everybody. Thank you very much. 2-1 count on Ramon Laureano. He's 2 for 2 in the game. Stewart's set. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball. Dribbler to the shortstop. He's got to hurry. Throw to first. Is it in time? It is in time. And he is out at first. They called him out. Nice play by Correa. He had to charge that ball. Again, not another ball that's hit hard by the Orioles. But he had to charge it. A quick throw to first. And they say he got him. Did they get him? Yes, he is just out at first. It's literally by a half step, but he is out. So 1 down. That's going to bring Kjerstad to the plate. Heston is 1 for 2 with a base hit and an RBI. First pitch to him. Inside, ball 1. 1-0. Heston's big Achilles heel right now for him this year has been the fastball. He just hasn't been able to get the timing down on the fastball. 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2-0. And that's been right now his biggest issue is getting on the fastball. He's just not there. He's behind. And they know it, and that's why they keep throwing him fastballs. But he's got a 2-0 count here. Here's the pitch. Here it is. Got him again. 95 on the inside part of the plate, and he can't get to it. He fouls it off, but very weakly. It just part of his problem with Kjerstad is he's got a very long swing. He's got to shorten that swing just a little bit. He's got to be quicker to the plate with his bat. He's got to be quicker through. He's too long with the bat. 2-1 pitch. Right there. Strike. 2-2. Perfect pitch. Inside lower part of the plate. Catches the plate. If you're a hitter, you're gonna take it because you're not gonna do anything with it. And it's a good pitch. 2-2. Kjerstad set. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 3. 3-2. So Heston's got a shot. He's got a shot here. Emmanuel Rivera is on deck. He's got a single in the game. Can Kjerstad get the big hit here? Let's see. Full count. Anything close, you got to be swinging. 3-2. Here it is. There's a line drive. Base hit into right field. Heston Kjerstad again. Nice piece of hitting. Gets the ball on the inner half of the plate. Gets the bat head out in front and drives it into right field for a base hit. Very good piece of hitting for Heston Kjerstad. You might see a pinch runner here. The Orioles need this run. But no, looks like Kjerstad's going to stay out there, and that's going to bring Emmanuel Rivera to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Ball 1. 1-0. Orioles have got to find a way to push this run across. Did we get another? I think we got another sub. I think we hit our goal of 1150. I'll check it in a minute. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 2. Nice stop by the catcher right there. That was a nice stop. That ball gets by him and Kjerstad's in scoring position. But that was a nice play. Did we make 1150? We did! Hey, thank you guys. We got to 1,150 subs. I can take that out of there. Look at that. We hit our goal. 2-0 count on Rivera. Here's the pitch. Oh, he swung at ball 3. That's a bummer. That ball was low in the zone, and he could not lay off. So instead of 3-0, it's 2-1. Thanks, gang. That was very, very nice. Appreciate everybody coming in. 2-1 pitch, strike. 2-2 right there on Rivera. So Stewart has gotten back in the count. He went 2-0. Now he's back to 2-2. 2-2 count. Rivera's set. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball right field. Hit pretty well. But looks like here comes the right fielder, and he's not going to get there. It's a foul ball. It's a foul ball, but he's not able to make a play. So we're going to do it again. 2-2 count for Emmanuel Rivera. Again, not a ball that was hit very hard, but it was down the line, and the right fielder just couldn't get there. He tried to slide and make the catch, but he couldn't get there. So 2-2 count. We're going to do it again. Rivera is set. Stewart is at the belt. Here's the pitch. He got him. Strike 3 on a very, very weak swing. That was not a good swing by Emmanuel Rivera at all right there. He totally fooled him because that was a horrible swing. Wow. Bad swing. Ooh, made him look bad on that. So 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Cedric Mullins. He's 0 for. First pitch. Pops him up. First pitch swing and pop up to the third baseman. And that's your inning. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. 3-2. The Orioles, their veteran players are letting them down. Rivera, Mullins, Mountcastle. None of those guys are doing anything for this team. Not when they really need it. Wow, we got up to 20 likes. You guys are awesome. Thanks, gang. Appreciate you very much. Well, at least I see 20 likes. All right, gang. I think I am going to call the game on my end right here.
as it looks like my dad is sending me a text message, wants me to give him a call. Nothing bad, but he needs me to call him. So I tell you what, we're going to call the game right here on my end. We'll be back next week. We might even be back this weekend. I apologize. Hopefully the Orioles can pull this game out. And obviously we'll have some videos out tomorrow. Be sure to look for some videos. The Hall of Fame profiles will be out. Look for those. But yeah, I'm going to have to head out. I'm going to need to call my dad. Nothing bad, he says, but I'm going to need to call him. But I appreciate all of you being here. Orioles are down 3-2. Maybe they can pull this game out. Appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Sorry we can't finish the game. Just this is kind of oppressing. He wants me to call him, so I want to make sure everything's good. But I appreciate all of you being here. This was fun. Orioles still losing, but maybe they'll pull it out. Thanks, gang. We'll talk to you soon. Come back for the next game. Talk to you soon.